Let's move on, and we're going to go back to the poem of I am. Now, when we say I remember, when we are writing that I remember, from what point of view are we writing?
Yourself.
Yes, it's from a personal point of view. The I remember writing exercise is written from the first person point of view. Now, when we move from the I am, my intention was to move from the personal point of view to what?
The collective.
It's more than the collective. It's a point of view more than the collective point of view. Because the collective point of view is you should start with what? When you write from the collective point of view.
We.
We. So you didn't say we are the mayfly. So you could say, so it's essentially, yeah, we are the mayfly, or we are the frogs swimming happily in the clear pond. That's a collective point of view. In English parlance, what point of view of that when you say collective?
Not a clue.
So it's basically it's the second person point of view. Let's read your poem from the collective point of view or the second point of view. Let's start with...
We are the blazing sun shining down upon the running children. We are a weak egg cracking underneath the suffocating weight. We are bitter tasting jelly beans. We are long walk through the woods and wind in the branches. We are sprawling spiders in a clinically white hot tub. We are the river swirling between tight gaps, desperate to gush through them with a gasp.
Thank you. So that's the second point of view. The collective point of view is the second person point of view. Now, what is the point of view that I was trying to reach when I say the I am, who from host, although it's said from the I am point of view, which is supposed to be personal, but the person that I intend to be speaking when this is written from another point of view, not from the personal.
Say that again, sorry, Edwin.
Although, because when you say the personal point of view, you always say I am, right?
Yeah.
Right? But when I replace I remember to I am,
Yeah.
the person speaking in the I am is not the personal.
Yeah, I suppose.
Who is that person that I intended to speak when you write the words I am? Who is this person? When the stories are spoken to the people at the time, there is an experience that these words of I am is spoken by somebody else, not them. Who is this person speaking?
God.
Thank you. So
Like Thich Nhat Hahn.
God was speaking these words in some of the stories being told. God. So when you say, I am the mayfly on the surface of the river, that was God. I am the frog swimming in the clear pond, that was God.
Doesn't that depend on what you're writing now? Whether you intended it to be God or not?
Yes. You're right. That's why this lesson is high school, because the lesson of the points of view, that's, you learn that in middle school. Points of
I
view.
think we already learned that.
Yeah?
In English.
Yes. So here, although the words are personal, the I am, it is spoken by the God being, it becomes, right, a third person point of view. Is this making sense? That basically now it's spoken by a God, it becomes a third person.
I get that in a way.
Okay, so here, those three things, at the time of this prehistoric people, of this mythological people, the I, the we, the I person, the I consciousness, the we consciousness, and the God consciousness is one. Yeah?
First person.
At the time, there's no such thing as a third person or a second person. There's no such thing. There's just one. They're one. Yeah? Yes?
Is it possible to very quickly get some water?
Yes? We had a break. I have my virus killer here. What was the last point or topic that I said?
God is speaking.
After that?
He is one.
Yes. What was the last idea that I said before we...
That the people back in the day didn't have any first person, third person, anything like that. They just had one.
There's oneness. Basically, the three out there is part of them. So they're one with nature. So the consciousness is expansive, is oneness. So now we talk about the first person point of view, second person point of view, or third person point of view. For them, those things don't exist.
So does that mean that they think that they're God?
They think they are part of God.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, are there any questions with this?
No.
No questions? Right. Now we are going to read the poem together that I sent you. We are going to read it line by line. So I'll start with the title and the name, the author. Please call me by my true names, by Thich Nhat Hahn.
Thich Nhat Hahn.
Slowly,
Do
please.
not say that I will depart tomorrow, because even today I still arrive. Look deeply, I arrive in every second to be a bud on a spring branch, to be a tiny bird with wings still fragile, learning to sing in my new nest, to be a caterpillar in the heart of a flower, to be a jewel hiding itself in a stone.
I still arrive in order to laugh and to cry, in order to fear and to hope. The rhythm of my heart is the birth and death of that are alive.
I am the mayfly, metamorphosing on the surface of the river, and I am the bird watch when spring comes, arrives in time to eat the mayfly. I don't know about this poem, but I know quite a lot of stuff he's wrote was around the wars over in Vietnam.
Yes.
I don't know about this one though.
So basically, at the time of the Vietnam War,
It was alright.
yeah. So
Look at that.
So Thich Nhat Hanh is one of those refugees, yeah, who fled Vietnam and settled in France and set up this meditation center in France. Very popular place. But as he was there in Plum Village, that's what it's called, people all over the world wrote to Thich Nhat Hanh. And they wrote about what happened in the homeland of Vietnam. And one of the things that happened was that the Politburo kind of tried to take over the Vietnam when the Americans withdrew from the war. And they did some really atrocious things, and some of the people fled from Vietnam. And as some of these people were fleeing by this boat, seaboat, basically made up boats, there are also kind of sea pirates. And some of the sea pirates managed to get hold of the playing people, and one of them is a 12-year-old girl. Yeah, and that 12-year-old girl was raped, and the 12-year-old girl kind of just jumped, away from the boat and killed herself. Yeah, after that, what happened, and this created so much news, and Thich Nhat Hanh was so moved by this story that he wrote this poem. But the way he wrote it was quite interesting because it follows through the exercise that we have of the I am. Why do you think Thich Nhat Hanh was trying to do the I am style of writing here?